Hey everybody, today we have an exciting review on the SpeedStack's G5 timer. Alright, let's open it up and see what's inside. Ah yes. Exactly what I was looking for. The beautiful SpeedStack's G5 timer. Isn't it beautiful? Alright, let's actually open it up this time. There we are. And here we got the mat. The timer. The timer. Also, we got a few extra things, like a pamphlet and a cube head sticker. Pretty neat. I got it from thecubicle.com. Anyways, let's first look at the bag. The bag is nice. It has a nice area for writing your name, as you can see over here. Has a SpeedStack's logo over here, which is nice. Inside is actually quite spacious, so you can keep your mat and your timer in here, with also a few cubes, which you can take to a competition. It also has a nice handle for carrying, so that's nice. And I guess that's it for the bag. The mat is freaking giant. Like, honestly, it's so big. And finally, we got the timer, which is obviously the main attraction. Let's first go with the pamphlet. The pamphlet is very informative, as you can see here. It's very concise, but it still gets the point through. However, one thing that I would like to say is that it doesn't go over the turning off function, because to turn off you actually have to hold the button for like half a second. And if you're used to other versions of Stackmat timers, you obviously know that you can just press the turn off button once and it'll turn off. So I think that should just be known, because then you'll know how to turn off the timer, obviously. Alright, let's now go into the timer. The timer is very unpleasing to look at when you first see it. When I first saw it, I was like, ew. But now that I have it in person, it's actually not that bad. And it's actually grown on me. And also, one huge misconception is that the pads are actually smaller than the G4 pads. However, this is in fact incorrect. If I were to just show over here, the pads are actually in fact just around the same size lengthwise. However, width, it's way bigger, meaning that the pads are actually bigger on the G5 than on the G4. I'm using the Yushin timer version 2 as a comparison, as this has the exact shape of the G4. Alright, let's get powering on. Oh, beautiful. Anyways, as you can see over here, I have it on 2-pad mode, which I will get into a bit later into the video. You see that they gotten rid of the save function, and instead you can see a giant G5 over here. Personally, I don't mind this. However, those who may want the save function for some reason or another, I don't know why, you may guess not like this. However, then again, it doesn't really bother me, and I don't think it bothers anyone really. Another thing is that it has 3 decimal points, which is pretty standard, but still only sometimes it may have 2 decimal points. Alright, so to change modes, you just need to hold the reset button for 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now it's on 4-pad. It says 4-pad underneath the zeros over here. And another way to check that it's 4-pad is either testing it out with the 4-pad, obviously, or looking at the light. The light is blue right now, meaning that's in 4-pad mode. However, when the light's in yellow, which I'll show you now, it means it's in 2-pad, as you can see here, yellow light. To start the timer on 2-pad mode, which I'll be using as I cube and I don't do cup stacking, is you just put your hands on these two pads like that. Your thumbs do not need to be in these areas. However, if you want to keep them there, you can. And once the light turns green, as you can see here, you let go and the timer will start. And to stop it, you put your hands back down and it should stop. Another thing that I want to say is that the time will blink, and during this blinking time you cannot reset it. This is a very good thing, as this prevents accidental resets. After the blinking has stopped, you can press the reset button over here for half a second and it resets, which is, I think, a very good feature. For 4-pad mode, what you have to do is, like in 2-pad mode, you keep your two hands down on these big pads over here. However, you also have to do an extra thing where you put your thumbs onto the side pads over here. And after this, the light turns green, as you already know, and you can let go. To stop, you can't do this, as that won't stop it. So you have to stop it in the way you started. So you put your hands down and you put your thumbs on the sides, and that stops the time. I've brought the mat in as I wanted to show you how you put on the timer. So to put on the timer, you have to put these holes, as you can see in the back, onto these pegs over here. So after you do that, you just push it down like this. You should hear a nice loud click, and that's when you know it's in place, and it won't come off easily. To take it off, it's actually quite simple too. What you do is you just hold it down and you just pull. One's out and the other one out. When I first tried this, it was extremely hard, and you may think it might break, but it won't. One final thing that I want to point out, which is also a nice feature, is that you can put your cable in here. So normally when you want to put in your cable, the cable would normally go in this little spot over here. If I can bring it up and you can see it, that's a little spot where you put it in. And this could get yanked out very easily. So what you want to do for this one is actually put it in here. And there's a little hole in there, and you just plop it in. And then you let your cable just go through this little pathway, and it will go out over here. And this makes your cable very secure, which is very good. My final thoughts on this timer is that it's a very good timer. It feels good, and I guess it just is good in general. Nothing is wrong with it. I think the shape, they should have stuck with the G4 shape. However, nothing I can do about that. I think it's a very good timer, and you should get it if you need a timer. However, if you don't need a timer, then you should just stay with the timer that you have now. But I think it's the best timer that you can get. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe while you're at it. And anyways, I'll see you in the next one.